Alright, here we go. So, welcome back. This is me again. It's a bit of an experiment. This might not go well, and I might just end it short. But hopefully this works. That's a good way to start it, right? Alright, anyway, so, as per... wait. That was a bottle of milk. How many seconds are we in here? 30... Give me a few more seconds here. The show's starting here. We're not there yet. Don't worry about it. And almost there. A few more seconds. And good. Now we can smoke and swear and do all the things again. All right. I think that's how that works. We never know anymore. All right. So we're good. I don't know, it's kind of funny how this has just turned into a sillier game to play. Where's my lighter? Oh, it's way over there. God damn. Alright. So I got us a couple of things here. Let's see, yeah, we'll start over here. Bloop. So I'll have, what do you call this thing here? The BMG, custom automation as always as usual. Up here. Down and over here too. Alright, so over here, nicely enough. Ooh, Billy. Oh. Damn, I like the look of this one. Looked a little bit more legit in the, there we go. Looked a little bit more legit in the looks department for 90s guy. Ooh. I guess this would be like 90s cars that just kept, like if we could just keep doing them kind of thing. A what if sort of scenario that we let the AI go for. Oh, I haven't released that video. Ooh, that's coming up. That'll just be like a video on this channel. You guys can look forward to the making of these. That shit's coming out. Not so much this one. This one's just about the same size. So I figured I'd rip around with it as a comparison, you know? But yeah, I let the AI image generator give me some hints. It wasn't too bad. It can do cars okay. It can do brand things or like images of celebrities, things like that, right? The life. Wow. Anyway, you know how this works on here, right? So let's get over the old SteamDeck here. Yeah. Where I think we'll be spending most of the time on SteamDeck. There we go. Over on the SteamDeck. I'm gonna have to rearrange myself here on my side as well. And close down the sim stuff. Hell yeah. There we go. The old PS controller instead of everything. This is gonna be a bit weird because like I usually have it like up close and shit. Like it's, you know, it's a Steam Deck. But now I'm gonna have to move over here. Shit. Which isn't too bad. Okay, so moving over to my other chair. Nice padded thing for sitting in long periods or racing. This is like, I don't know. This is still actually fairly comfortable. If you're poor, do invent your solutions. Try to make it look nice. Yeah, so let's do a bloop. Let's do it up. So you can run automation on the Steam Deck if you're wondering. It does work. You will see all the little things that it does wrong because it is, I'd say like 90% there, and the last 10% delivers is pretty fucking good. So I'm not sure the exact number of like little problems it's got, but let's just be generous and say it's 10% being a little bit silly still, right? But mostly it's just in like words it's gonna call up and the UI and stuff like that. The actual game mechanics unaffected by being on the Steam Deck or on a Linux computer or Windows computer. All that stuff seems to be just fine. I did block my screen so I can't see the the menu very well, but hey, that's on me here. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Guess over here. Still over there. No, I'm gonna go down here. Yeah, go down here. There we go. So you got two things. The trackpad on here is like the left or the right-hand trackpad on the Steam Deck, and then everything else is like the same as the Steam Deck layout. So there'll be things like bringing up a text menu and stuff you get to experience me fumble with and shit here. And maybe also moving my screen up on or off of here. I might just shrink it down actually. So that is a bit of experiment. I've never streamed the deck to anybody here, so this is gonna be kind of neat. One would think. Yeah. I'm gonna be very small. How about that? Oh yeah, here we go. So for me, I gotta do, I think it's the PS button and then X. Nope. It is PS button and the box. Yeah. And then right thumbstick to get through this stuff here. Everything on here, I think my rules are the blob and the LMC. So we'll go with the, I think I did that LMC last time. Yeah, let's do burp. I'm doing something wrong there. That's space. Okay, that's backspace. Yeah, let's do LMC, and we'll make both things here. There we go. And do 46. I guess so, eh? Yeah. Yeah, we can get through that. We'll go Kaj. Gasmia seems fine. Start the campaign. Oh. Oh, Billy. Oh, I keep forgetting there's no mouse hooked up to this, so I'm like... I'm like, Dun dun dun. Hey man, how you going? How you going? I didn't look down there yet. Sorry about that. Complicated, damn. I got it working though. I got this so far working. And I still have the thing to switch to the other operating systems easy, so yeah. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with this setup so far, yeah. I'm doing alright. I was just sorting out some stuff before going back to work for the next couple of days. And then I've got to get pretty sorted out for the next few weeks. After that, for the rest of this week, so for right now, I'm doing myself a what you call it stream, a Steam stream. Grab that. Nah, there it is. Manual. Let's do manual. I want to get the body styles and stuff going as soon as I can on this one. So if I got target bodies that I like using, and I want to get them like developed as soon as I can. So I gotta be careful not to like leave myself a big void in years of like stuff I'm not really gonna do anything with. Oh, Billy. It's that future-proof thing, man. There you go. It's that future thing, man. So I watched your first round. What do you think? Oh, that was pretty good. Actually, yeah, I watched all of that. I watched it, I think a couple of times just because I was at work for one of them, so I had to see it again type of situation there. Hope you got confused from that. But yeah, no, this was, you're getting more like excited in the commentary, which is good too, because I think that's a nice thing to just see develop, you know. And like you can put it on or whatever, but it's just like it's nice when it's just kind of coming out, you know, when like what you're doing is like something you could get stoked on and all that, right? Yeah. So no, you're doing all right. Yeah, I knew my stuff was gonna get mid-pack, so I'm not too disappointed. But yeah, I'm gonna stay away from mod bodies for overall thingy bobs here. But a lot of stuff's like been brought over from like legacy bodies. They're also mod bodies. So if you're wondering what I'm looking for, really, I'm just kind of reviewing what's available so early. There's a lot of good coupes and stuff and sedans. It's mostly sedans and vans at this point. Pretty plain Jane stuff. I don't like the windows on some of those ones that were up there. Yeah, those ones. I don't like the windows. I'll say now that your cars did pretty well in the second round. Already driven them. Just got to do the voiceover. Oh, sick! Yeah, I was stoked on that Porsche how it did well. Like the my rear engine car. I guess it's not a Porsche, but the one with the Porsche chassis there was pretty fun to build. I really liked testing that one out. Yeah, I made it all rusty and stuff, and like did some neat details I was stoked on. So I'm glad that one got in there, made the cut. Yeah, I made like for DJ's video. For you guys maybe will listen to this later. I made like 3 cars, and like we had to cut one of them because you can only take 2, and it was on variances of like what we could fix to make them legal for his rounds, and I think one of them was just like there's no help in it sort of situation. So I'm glad that wasn't the Porsche, because the Porsche was a good car there. Yeah. Yeah, felt solid about that one. Let's try to do something kind of basic rear engine. Bug sedan. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So it comes in, and it's all pretty well, you know, automation looking and shit, right? But if you notice down here, panels, missing panel material name, steel name. So we're gonna have a lot of that here, which is the only funny thing about this. So if you already know what these are gonna say, you're doing fine, right? So yeah, ladder, space frame. We'll go with, whoa, I'm gonna use a trackpad on this thing. It's a little bit easier. There we go. So yeah, you can see it's a little bit annoying, and if you didn't know what these were saying, you would be kind of screwed. But luckily, a lot of us already know, so it's not going to be too bad. Front longitudinal. The double wishbone. Oh, we're going with that coil bore in the back there. Doodle-doodle-doodle. Yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think I put my chair together better today. I put like a I took the swivelly stuff off it, and I'm like trying to get enough things just to make it like nice and flat and like up on my desk and stuff. So I've got like, I got some milk crates and strips of plywood and things, and it's I'm hoping not to make it too hillbilly looking, but so far so good. Yeah, I don't know what the engine name is gonna be just yet, so let's just make an engine first of all. We are back in the day here in 1945. So we've really got two choices that make sense on the roads in the 40s. I feel like it's like an inline 4 or a V8. So, you know, we'll do a V8, right? Problem solved. I think a 4-liter V8 would be pretty alright back in the day. That'd be hilarious. And of course, making it is a push rod. No big deal. So, missing head push rod name would be just fine. Missing head iron name is just fine as well. That seems like a weird bug that it should only be referring to a bit of the code. I'm surprised that it surprises me that it's not working properly. Yeah, just in like little things like that, but like the core of the game still runs. It still runs just fine on the SteamDeck, right? Exporting is also a little bit weird, but we'll get to that. So yeah, we don't really need to go forged or nothing right now, so we'll go cast, and whatever balancing thing we can get. A balance shaft would be just fine. We'll skip on down to fuel systems and get some stuff checked off here first. 2-barrel for sure. Yeah. Oh. Share so much better. Oh yeah, okay. So much better. That other one was actually tiring me out. I still know that. So let's see. Twin. Let's go mid-standard. And there's fine. Mid. Yeah. Ooh, dual or no dual? Yeah, dual or no dual? Yeah, let's be spicy. Let's do the thing. I think I want a confused muffler. Muffler confused. And then none. Actually, we did tests. Oh, we found out if you put it here or there, it does do different things, right? It's like I think if you go long, you get you get torque or high end, or if it's short, it's something. You know what I mean? Like there's a trade-off type situation. Yeah, we'll do that for this one. That seems like it's doing fine. Pretty decent. I don't think I can hear what you guys are hearing because I don't got any audio things set up to harvest off of that, but I hope it's not too loud. Yeah. So we got engine. Let's see, top end. Whoa, it's like really low compression. So what do the things say? Engine has unutilized octane, so we pretty much want to go till that yellow goes away and then take a look at her. Dun dun dun. Oh, really? Okay. Whoa, come on now. Front tires have very high profile, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, we're not on the tires yet. So we got a good engine, 180 something horsepower at 300-ish RPMs. Let's take a look at stress. There we go. We'll move that up. Yeah, we can get more RPM there, right? You know. Did you change the colors for automation? You might want to put up the brightness or whatever recording stuff you're using. Yeah, that's a good idea. I couldn't get what do you call it? I tried like syncing this camera better. It was kind of weird this time, but yeah, otherwise most stuff's doing alright. There we go. Boop. Some of these need to be like selected so they actually go to the proper thingies on there. Should be fine there. A lot easier for me to look at too. Oh, sweet, thank you. Yeah. Cool, so I gotta stand. Dun 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 dun. It is nice on the Steam Deck because you can just use the touchscreen. But like, yeah, keyboard's a little bit more lame. So we got a manual 4-speed. I'll do, yeah, about there is probably fine. Maybe a little less kind of thing. Or, sorry, a little more. We'll go to like 410-ish. Maybe a bit more space. Yeah, like that. Right there-ish. Auto locker. Yeah. Make these things, let's make these things fun, right? You know? Just kind of, yeah. We've only got the one type of tire. It'd be nice just to have like something that works for now, you know? So let's go with medium. And I think the more tire diameter we get, the more wide we can go. Oh, well, it's the 40s, right? It's gonna be shit time. 50 years later, remember when we had to use our hands to type? That must have been crazy. I couldn't imagine not just using my brain. I hope we can still use our brains 40 years from now. That'd be so sick. That's always a philosophical thing. Even when you look into like the old days and stuff, like philosophers having to worry about like, are we gonna like make it too easy on ourselves and not have to like think good and stuff. I guess it's in that Wall-E movie too, shit, you know. Yeah, I've never seen that movie though. I heard it's all in there though. It's that kind of those kind of themes in such. But I mean, I suppose it would, right? Yeah, let's go premium. That premium AM radio. Having the AM radio, it means you're gonna only get like the religious stations here. So it's like all you've got is the word of the Lord and no airbags if your car's old enough. So it's a good thing. All right, well, Can only pick those for sway bars and such. Can we move that weight about? And let's move it forward. How about? Oh, we're pretty far forward. But it will affect the handling, which is funny. Okay, so we'll do that. And how can you make a premium AM radio? You allow it to go to the non-religious channels. I think it'll just sound cleaner. You'll get the clearest of, like, you know, the Crystal Cathedral shouting through your setup there. Let's do sport mode. Ooh. Let's see if tightening up the back does anything helpful here. Not really. So that means... Oh yeah, that means we go up front here. Do some stuff. Eh. There we go. Something like that. Right on the edge of oversteering. Where else should we go wrong here? What else can we fuck up before we send this thing off here? Design, markets, default stats, test track. Let's test track it. Airfield. Ba-da-da-da-da. We're gonna, yeah. It's so weird not be able to just go grab the screen nowadays. Like, I don't even like doing this on the PC anymore. I really love the handheld setup of this because, like, I can make all the cars while I'm like sitting on a couch or like just lounging around. It's like it becomes way better if like an idle game just to you know, like putting it on a handheld changes the way you interact with this thing quite a bit, I think, you know. It's sick. Yeah, what are we at here? 150. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good with this one. 150 around there. It's a slow boat. 100 years later, do you have a car without VR, auto gen, surround sound, dual hobby? Who are you? Well, yeah, I already feel like that right now. Actually, it's kind of weird, but that stuff outpaces itself too much. Like the I've been keep watching stuff on the like how cars like Elon Musk is making and stuff, like all the Teslas aren't doing so well on like resale value anymore like they used to be, but there's all these like different things affecting the resale value, from like people's political stances to people's financial the financial ability of his target customers. There's the repairability thing, where it's like these cars do kind of have a lifespan and shit. And there's also like better cars suddenly out there that people were like, you know, touting them so much, like can't really do that as much anymore. Like all the like features are on other things. Like it's, I don't know. Like it's kind of funny how fast that happens too, right? Like that's yeah, I guess that just sort of shows maybe the model of stuff that they were doing, because like you don't get any. I've noticed this just sort of recently. Like there isn't any like brand new Teslas anymore. Like they'll just come up maybe a new model, but there's not really a big aesthetic update to what they're doing or anything like that. They're not quite pushing it like. There we go. I don't exactly know how I should be scrolling with this thing. Can I use this, or will this be too much? Oh, almost too much. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe about that wide and stuff. Like, there's always like a new, like Mazda or a new Mitsubishi or something coming out, even when they're just doing lame shit like making SUVs, right? But like, there's not even a whole lot of like visual refreshes going on with Teslas and stuff. Like a Model S from like 2012 looks like a Model S from yesterday. I don't know. I just noticed that like a few days ago. I was like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, We're just talking about the Discord about Tesla blowing up on a highway, so we're gonna have to make a safer one at some point. Yeah, the one that I saw was kind of fucked up. It just like stopped in the middle of the intersection, and then like I was kind of walking away from it when I noticed that, and then like when I got around the corner, there was like ambulance and sirens and things like not too long after that. And I could tell when I got up to my apartment that they were still stuck there. You know, between the sirens showing up and all that stuff. So it was it does happen. And there's a vigil for a family that died in a house fire recently that was caused by their Tesla. And that a lot of people have been talking about that in this city anyway. So yeah, it's you know. These things have been out there for a while, and in a lot of cases, they're not very safe for, you know, I don't know if that's something to say about like the car or us adopting it or whatever's going on there. You know, I'm not an expert on that shit, but yeah, I'm still not into it. And I think it's kind of a weird like thing. And seeing like electric charging stations showing up at gas stations freaks me out. Let's see, we're talking about the Square, Tesla blowing up. I'm gonna have to make one later. They must have called Elon stupid. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that lately too, but I think it's like a lot of people put a lot of faith in him being smarter than they really needed to think he was. I'm not sure whose fault that is. If that's on people believing this kind of shit, or if it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he did represent himself as a smart boy a few times, and people were cool with it, you know? But, yeah, I mean, we're pretty silly. We'll listen to folks, even when we really shouldn't sometimes, you know? Yeah. Oh, humans. That hindsight shit, 2020 and all that, it's great, but... yeah. There we go. Oh man, what do we call this? This aberration of work here. Hootage. Oh, I can't type it. I forgot. I can't type with that. Should I steal my keyboard from another thing so I can type with it? I think I shall. No, wait. Don't want to do that. Be right back. I'm getting a keyboard from something else because I don't like the using my my fingers on the controller. Jimmy, he looks like a Jimmy. Let me hold that Jimmy thought right there. Let me hold your Jimmy thought. Let me hold your Jimmy thought. There we go. I just have to plug this into the correct thing. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, boys. Oh, that's pretty much just like using it on the fucking computer, except for I got a controller as well. All right, cool, cool, cool. Jimmy. This looks like a Jimmy, he says. Jimmer. Jimmer, Jim 1. The Jimmer. The Jimmer. I started reading that manga you recommended to me. I love it. Very interesting. Oh, which one was that? So I get pretty loaded sometimes, and I don't always remember my recommendations. Is it it's a if it's a good manga, I hope I did well. If it's something horrific, I apologize ahead of time. Yeah, this could have gone both ways with me. Yokohama shopping mall. Oh, okay, yeah, hell yeah, that one's pleasant as fuck. Yeah. Okay. Animes are always trippy. Sometimes you look at the cover art and you're like, that looks very nice and really warm and sunny, and I'm gonna get a lot out of this. And you put it on and it's the most vile shit you've ever watched, right? And you're like, how the fuck, why is that the cover, right? But way she goes. And then other times it's like it looks all dark and twisted, and you put it in there and it's like a comedy or some shit, and you're like, oh, my mistake. Yeah. But yeah, Yokohama Shopping Channel is really, really nice. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like car to me. I need a bumper though. Really needs that bumper. Oh, we're in like the 50s and shit. I need like old school bumper. How about one of these things? Is anything in there gonna work on us for this? Nah. We need one of them sticking out ones. Dun, 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 dun. What's the worst video that I've watched? Oh, the worst anime in general, right? I guess maybe it's how prepared you are for shit sometimes. Like, it took people to make that stuff, whatever it is, right? Because, like, I would say, in non-anime terms, the movie I can't get through is Bjork's Dancer in the Dark. I think Bjork's just too goddamn real, and she makes, like, a social commentary that's both biting yet challenging to get through and stuff. So I there's that. But for animes, that's probably changed over the years. I thought when I was a kid watching what's that one called, the Ninja Scrolls anime, when I was like 14, I thought that was pretty ridiculous. But like, kids see shit like that all the time nowadays. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I guess like if you as you get older and stuff, it's just it all looks like, I don't know, good or bad anime. It doesn't really get shocking as much anymore in that regard. Yeah. I suppose that's a cop out of an answer. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, what was that one? Ninja Scrolls is pretty good though. Yeah. I think like for shocking stuff, like if it does it without a reason, if there's not like something going on in the story for you to take away, then I guess it's pretty lame. But no, most of the animes I've seen were pretty good in that way. I'm gonna export this thing too, so it can show you the export situation here. We'll hit export car. Oh, Billy. What's the worst thing you've watched, actually? It's kind of hard to answer, isn't it? Whereas I've recently seen the first few episodes of Lucky Star. After the 5th episode, it gets really good, but the first few episodes are complete garbage. I can't get through the first one easily. I think for, like, blame quality and stuff, there's some deep dives there. Chargeman Ken's pretty hilarious, but it's like, that's like the anime equivalent to The Room, and I think people know about how shitty that one is. So it's not really that shocking once you see it. You're like, oh, okay, this is terrible. But yeah, some of the harder ones to watch. Nora Rock Me, I think it's called. That one's pretty fucking terrible. Like there's whole scenes where they don't even animate anything. where they just like drag people through the shot, or they only have the extremes. They don't have any of the like in between frames or anything. Like they just stopped animating essentially in the middle of like the process and then sent it to the publisher quite a few times, it looks like, in that one. Yeah. I don't know, that was pretty bad. So Jim or Jim 1, whoa, we'll call this the 40 V8, and I don't know what variant. V8. This is a good tester type of thing. Yeah, V8 number 1. Cool. All the things. It doesn't like this. We'll see what happens. Family worked out okay. It looks like a family sport in this situation here. We got the Gem 1. So let's clone the car. Obviously, I think we'll need like a couple of cars to come out here right off the bat, you know, for us to have like a fairly decent test of a career mode. So let's call the Gem 2 TO with my shit spelling. 2. No, I'm just fucking around. Okay, 3 and what's the one that comes after that? Count Chocula. Count Chocula, help me now. 4th. Alright, so there we got a bunch of them. I won't go too crazy on these things. I'm gonna give them interiors. Oh. Let's get down that area. Trimming body here. Oh. Yeah, let's do the convertible one for the 2. Yeah. Some cool ones in here. Or even this one. Fastback coupe. Ooh, let's do that one. Fuck it. When it comes to really weird or bad animation, the weirdest I've seen is Uzi Manga Dio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend likes stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. If there's something I get out of it, I'll watch it. And those ones, I don't know what it is I get out of it, so I'll watch because I'm like, okay, what's up with this? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, one of the good ones I've seen was Children of the Mud Whale. And it had like rainbows and kids laying around on a field, and it looked like it was going to be some slice of life thing. It was not. It was like there was a lot of like kids murdering each other and like crazy stuff happening. And it was just nuts. Yeah. But hey, sometimes you never know, right? But I know why I'm dwelling on that one. Dwelling on the covers of things being not exactly what you think they're going to be kind of situation. Wow. Alrighty. Using the exact same animation 3 times in a row, using the exact same voice more than 20 times in a row, using the exact same 2-minute section 2 times in a row, without barely changing any things. Yeah. You know, Xavier, Renegade Angel, it's like that, but it's in 3D. There's also, what's that other creator? Cool World 3D on YouTube is that style of animation, like Xavier. If you can't find Xavier, oh, you've heard us making Xavier quotes before, DJ. I remember when we were talking about some metaphysics and stuff, and a few of us started laughing because we've seen people go down this particular rabbit hole before. Just as we say. So I feel like you might be aware of all the Xavier jokes and stuff. But yeah, let's keep going with this thing here. We got gym 3. 3 gyms. Okay, 3 gyms. That's when we give it the top off there, alright? Oh yeah, take the top off there. 3 gyms. And 4 gyms. That's gotta be a sedan. Gym 4th. Oh yeah. I like my ghetto ass format here. I mean, it works and stuff sometimes, right? Like, you know, it does kind of like do its thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird ass desk. If you're like actually look at it from like my angle here, it's kind of like there's like layers and shit, and it's got a table over here and crap too. Woo. But I got something going on in my head where I've got to like basically fill up every surface in the apartment with stuff at some point in the day, and then like lose my mind about it and then put it all away again. And then if I get stoned enough, which happens pretty much every night, I'll leave it all out. But if I don't, I'll probably put it all away. I'll probably be like a good boy and put it all away and stuff. So yeah, my music stopped. Wonder how much of it stopped. Could have just been the end of that. Sky target was starting up. It might be on different volumes and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if I put any music on this thing here. So okay, Gym 4th. Gym 4th. Ooh. Gym 4th. I'm gonna listen to all this later, as I'm still sort of experimenting with my YouTube. Oh, Billy, formatting. You can get a 4-door convertible though. Fuck. Fuck yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's so sick. That's like that's how you get presidents murdered in your product. You know, making them 4-door convertibles and real nice looking things. The P Residente. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, complete design. Audio quality is good. Video quality is 1080, but that's just SteamDeck. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think this Steam's at 4. No, not 4 something. 7 something. Let me bring up my other OBS panel here. What are we doing that at? I'm pretty sure my output settings are whatever they are. Yeah, I could probably bring that up quite a bit. Not gonna worry about that right now. SteamDeck properties. I think it's 720. Output, resolution. It can do 1080, but I have it 1080 and 720. Let's see, 1080, 720. It doesn't make a difference. It's the camera's just resizing, so I think it's 720 because it wouldn't accept it if it was anything like anything lower anyway. But besides the point, yeah. Yeah, it's a standard like monitor size output right now, right? But I was actually kind of wondering like what the capture device was saying about it, right? So I loaded that up on another panel, and it only takes it at 720 or 1080, right? So so I guess it's 720. That's what she's running. I really like it though. It did change like a game like this, like I was saying, like it really changes the way I play it. Instead of it being like something I'm glued to my desk with, it becomes like a pretty chill idle game where I might leave automation going on like my counter or something while I do some other shit, right? And it's just like a chill little device that like I can leave around and stuff. And when it's docked, I can leave it on my TV, for example, and like, so it's like the Nintendo Switch when it's docked, and I can plug the PS4 controller into it, and then it's like a home console again. So I've been really stoked about this thing, and yeah, I still use my PC. Obviously, I like all the driving on that thing, but this thing's running pretty good. All right, let's take a dab. So I want to get the next thing open here. Whoa, and I'm forgetting which. One of these just shut off here. Where we going? Did automation lose it on me? Did we? No! Oh, that's hilarious. I'm like going off about how like I'm stoked on this thing and shit. It just crashed, I think. Wild. So. Oh, it didn't. It's actually doing just fine. Okay, so the capture card just froze up on us here. Lame. The capture card just went out. Aww. That's hilarious. So I think my capture card, this is the one I replaced with the built-in capture card. So I'm using an older one that I've actually had problems with before. Let's go back to, I'm gonna reinitialize it. Oh, it's dead. So I'm gonna try it on this capture card, as there will be zero difference to you, the viewer, that I've done much of anything at all. So let's see here. There we go. Sorry about that. The technical abilities I have are as limited as they appear. Let me boom my mic back a little bit here so I can hear my voices inside my future thoughts at the same time. It's tripping me out. Yeah, I got numbers for this shit usually. Let's automate up here. Let's do the thing. Oh sure, reliability, faster, work. Engine, we got engine, so we're gonna need this place to build that 4-liter V8. 4-liter V8. Also, let me bring up my regular panel there. There we go. Brad has trouble with capture card, deja vu. So that's the capture card I got rid of eventually, right? Like, so I'm now using just the regular old, the good one, you know. See my picture's bigger and everything now, right? But this is the one that's what do you call PCI Express lane instead of a USB one, right? So this one's pretty good. Pretty good. As in, hopefully I have enough enough shit going on. It doesn't fuck with it. I've noticed I start the computer up with too many things plugged in. OBS might not read that PCI bus lane because they do share them with your. Oh, Billy. They do share them with USB ports. Those lanes. They go in and out of the processor at certain speeds and shit, and they use the same lanes to get in and out, right? So it doesn't matter what the bus is, it's how the board is organized to deal with them and stuff. And when you get into Linux stuff, you start to see like the groupings of these things, and you gain a bigger picture of like a PC architecture and actually how that works. I don't know how to explain it because I'm not that smart and I don't entirely understand all of it, but that's about as far as I can take you with that one. I'm gonna bring the learning towards learning a little bit. There we go. Predict load, match and load. We're gonna make some sick cars. Let's go. My PS4 sometimes says too many USB connections. Well, nothing is connected, and it really annoys me. Yeah, I don't know why shit does that sometimes. Where you're just like, I want to do the things. Like, give me the stuff. Ah, fuck. My face is too big. I have to go to my other panel and change my head. Actually, bloop. Let's do that. No, I could be on there. I could do it. Come on. Make my head smaller. Alright, let's go. Whoa, there we are. Yeah. Maybe here or here. I don't want to flip this thing because I haven't cropped out this big chunk over here of the picture. So I'll stay over there. I'll stay right kind of in the middle somewheres. Alright, somewheres, you know? Let's go here. Let's go. So we need engine factory has not been configured. We're gonna have to slap this boy down somewheres here. Let's go with. We are just starting off. I know, but we'll need massive. These things. Staff facilities. Ooh. Item selection. Worker wages. Let's give them plus 20, and we're gonna ask for plus 18. Let's see, material, engine labor is most of it. Tooling and engineering. Engineering is really low. I kept them from doing anything complicated here, right? So we can automate quite a bit. And tooling quality can actually we could bring a lot of that up because they're not. It's gonna be a well-invested thing, you know what I'm saying here? And let's see, QA is also gonna bring the labor pile a little bit bigger, right? So let's check, just keep mind of that stuff, yeah. And sign off. Put up. Car factory. Will we actually do the deeds? Before we get into that, I'm gonna make sure I do myself a fairly good DeLorean here. DeLorean. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Galvanization, I suppose. Hey. That's what I asked for. These things. Premium. Shifts. Let's do 2 shifts. I think we're good. We're going to be a solid employer. 2 shifts is probably quite a lot. Now, let me think here. So we only have a few cars in our range, so we don't know what our demand's really going to be about. But we don't want to be caught with our pants down, right? If if you don't want to know the problems I've been having with my drive at high load, it used to crash. It used to crash randomly, making it near useless at recording due to the crash. I recorded all my videos so far with it. Yeah, sometimes it's like, yo, that's the only place that's big enough to actually store my stuff, and I don't have an in-between drive to, like, you know, to fill up and dump onto it, so it's gonna have to go right into that thing, right? Like, I totally know what you're about that, because I do it too. Alright, so we'll go 20 and 18 again. I like, 24. I like having, expect quality out of them, but not like crush them with my demand. So giving them that like little bit of variance for them to keep some money. It's kind of nice, right? So we'll go back up on the automation and tune quality. We can go pretty high on that. QA is really where we're spending time more than anything, so be careful with that. Don't be silly about it. You want early on your cars to have a solid build reputation, right? I would assume. Let's call this car factory Cartonia. Cartonia. Cartonia? I don't know. This computer's pretty good on what I've been doing with like data management stuff. Actually, I have like a SSD drive that does like all the like host stuff, right? And that's really fast. So it's like the computer's like Linux operating system that runs the virtual machines on it are really like that part's fast. It's like the fastest part I give it. I've put my money into, but like the other bits on it are just sort of like what I could get a hold of and everything, right? But I've balanced that out in such a way where it feels pretty seamless, you know? It doesn't really feel like you're on two machines too much. It doesn't feel like you're on one machine that's been divided. It feels like you're on two machines. Like my desk even has two sides to it where like I sit over in one chair and I'm doing all the Linuxy stuff, and I sit in the big comfy chair and I'm doing all the gamer stuff, you know? Like it really does have that division I was after without like, I don't know, without like sacrificing too much. But it's like, to do that, yeah, I had to put all the like big storage things on like a different drive that runs at a different speed. So like, I don't know, the SSD in the middle really helped. If I didn't have that, this would be a slow ass experience. Yeah. Let's see, my experiences building cars from Gear City says otherwise. I have sold two 20 horsepower cars in the 1990s and they were hits. Hey, hell yeah. We'll see here. Yeah, it doesn't like my Gym 4th, which I think is kind of silly. Let's be stupid about it then. Do that. Yeah. Gym 4th asks you have 20. You can only buy this with 20%. Fuck you. Yeah. And what's the other one? That's not doing well. Oh, if I could go lower, I would, but I can't. So we'll make the other ones higher. Give us 15. But you can buy a Gym 3, the convertible, with only 10% down. Actually, yeah, let's make those ones 10%. Let's make those the easy ones to get a hold of, because there's no demand for them. Fuck them, you know? There you go. Yeah. Alright, that is done. Sign off on the projects. Yeah, take out that fat loan. Let's go. Wow. Who would want to buy a sedan convertible after a nuclear bomb just dropped? They didn't know that those were radioactive. There's a good 20 years before they figured out that maybe nuclear energy not so good. They're still painting shit with radium back then. They're still getting big swollen jaws and crazy faces and shit for like the paint that was going on clocks at this time in history. So they didn't give a fuck about nuclear bombs, boys. They didn't need no vaccines. They didn't need no rubbers. They didn't need no... Yeah. they were hardier individuals, clearly, you know. I don't fucking know. They were sniffing lead, and they're getting in fights in the street. They were doing all kinds of shit, just like we are today, just like us. We're their grandkids. Don't worry about it. Greatest generation in the world. If you argue, they'll fight you over it. They'll still fight you over it. They'll come kicking out of the old folks' home, and they'll get you. Come and get you. Actually, there was like a TikTok video of my grandma dancing with some of the young kids. They're doing our traditional family jigs and shit for the Métis stuff, and she has energy compared to the kids that she was trying to teach the dance with and stuff, right? I was like, that's hilarious. This old lady just fucking going. And the little kid's looking at her like, you're just lame as shit. What is this? Like, why are we doing this crap? Why are we dressed like this? Like, eh. Yeah, I like the idea of a fort. Ooh, there we go. We can pause her now. Pause. Pause. Oh wait, it's the wrong thing. Ha. I'm like pausing the screen with like nothing. Okay, pause there. 1948. New bodies have been unlocked this year. All that good stuff. Okay, cool. So we are into the next year. All that good stuff. Let's save. Save successful. Pause menu and escape. Let's go straight to exit the desktop. Agree. Okay. Whoa. How does that happen? Alright, so there's that stuff. So there's the game menu it comes at it. So those are all the games and shit are at. You can put non-Steam related games on here. So I could show you guys that another time. Hey man, have a good sesh out there. Sorry you got a headache on there going. That's all good. So at this point, because we've exported a car that I want to drive in Beams, so I also want to see what the limitations are for streaming off these devices, and so far we know that the one thing I pulled out for being shitty is still shitty. So anyway, we'll go to Dolphin here. So there's back there you could see Dolphin and Dolphin Emulator. Dolphin Emulator is a GameCube emulator, GameCube and Wii games, I think. So you can actually play quite a lot of emulators on this thing. Hint, hint. But for now, we're just using the regular Dolphin file manager that comes with the SteamDeck. I put it in the SteamDeck's library of non-Steam games, just so I could call it up quickly without having to switch over to the desktop environment, which this thing also comes with. So I got a removable drive in there. That's like the SD card. You have to mount that thing somehow. I'm not sure if you can just internally format it so it's always mounted with this thing, which I would be surprised if you couldn't. But for now, I've just got it that way so I could file transfer. And I've also got this external drive, my Toshiba, which if I want to use that, I've also got to call that up. But for now, these save tabs up here have our car. So yeah, I had to go in and dig out the locations of those things and then put some shortcuts in here ahead of time. So there's a bit struggling with the file management of this thing if you're going to be like exporting cars from automation to BeamMG. But it works pretty good. That was it. That was like literally the whole thing there. I don't even know how to close this thing. Yeah, I don't know how to close it. Cool. Had to close it with a controller there. But anyway, that is how you move the files over after you've exported them. And then it's pretty standard. You open up the beams. It's almost like not much difference from here on though. I can't think of like any big things like limitation wise. Oh, you do get, that's a pretty easy one right now. You do get this mods thing almost every time. I think sometimes it doesn't tell you to reactivate them or whatever. But it seems like every time. Excuse it. There we go. I don't know why the pointer didn't like being the thing to do that. We'll go to my favorite place right now. Hit the old free roam. I don't know. That was weird. The trackpad doesn't always do the menu so well, it looks like. But you can like put a keyboard in it if you're gonna have it docked or whatever, right? It's much better on the touchscreen, so you're not like fiddling with shit. But here she goes. Oh. Yeah, probably the only thing they would give a fuck about back in those days is like maybe some kind of like gonorrhea cream or something, like in the nuclear proliferation days. They were too busy like being stoked that they're not dead from like regular war to like worry about nuclear war, you know? But it was like probably the 50s and 60s, like mid 50s, mid 60s, like probably 10 years after this car's really gonna get head off, you know? Like it's then they'll worry about that stuff. But only because they're not the only ones that can nuke people anymore. When somebody else can do it, then it's like, oh my god, what have we done? But that goes true for all humans, not just the ones I identify with. Yeah, all the humans. LMC, right? Yeah. Guess we could go into the search bar. But no, whatever. All of these cars. No, not all of them. That was starting to be a little bit of a fib there. Most of those cars that we just passed, up in that last section anyway, were made just on this thing. There we go, let's use the keyboard. Bloop. Ah! Why is it also the back button? I've got to redo the keyboard controls, or the controller controls, because that doesn't make sense. It's also the back button. I fucked something up there. I must have had this configured for something. Let's see. LMC, right? Fuck, my short memory can't remember what I called that thing. Ah. Oh, Jimmer. We called it the Jimmer, right? Yeah, let me use the keyboard for that. Go away, keyboard. Oh, Billy. Yeah, from here it's pretty much BeamNG. It runs pretty smooth. I mean, there's a lot of games on here that like push this little thing, and you can feel the chop sometimes. And there's a lot of levels that do that, but there's quite a lot of levels that don't. And luckily, most of the mod levels are pretty simple. Like, I don't think most of the mod community goes and overdoes it, like the official levels for actual objects found on it and shit. Whew. This isn't bad at all for a little shit car, huh? Okay, so that's pause. That's reset. That's engine off, engine on. There we go. And we got a clutch. Got e-brake. And we got gas and go. Or sorry, stop and go pedals there as well, you know. Whoop. So yeah. I guess blue ESC with auto lockers just means the auto locker is on. Something. Oh, diggity. I'm gonna review this later, see if there's even any sound on this thing that's coming through. Because I just kind of scrambled this capture together here, so whoa. But that is pretty neat. Dang. Anyway, I think that's probably enough of this I can do today. It was a good little test. It was good to see my boy DJ in the chat. It's always good to have him in there. Anyway, that's it for me for now. You guys have a good sesh. I'm gonna get back to all the other mini creative things I want to fuck around with. So, yeah, keep your stick in the ice. Don't pull your dick out unless you have to. All that good stuff. We'll see you soon. Oh, fuck, do I turn this one off? Whole new setup. Here we go.